Now, Tom O'Brien.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Tom O'Brien Show, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday on TFNN. Hey, this isn't Tom. I know you know that. This is Ken Shreve. I have my own show on TFNN every Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 4 Eastern. Going to be filling in for 1 hour today for Tom, and also 1 hour later in the week on Friday. But my own show is called Breakout Investing every Tuesday and Thursday on TFNN from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to check that out. I am a growth guy. For those of you who don't know me, I spent a good 12 years over at Investors Business Daily. Went over to the street in 2009, where I'm still a contributor over there, but started a newsletter up with Tom. Been going for about a little over a year, called Ultimate Growth Stocks. So be sure to check that out. If you want to give me a call, the number to use, as always, 877-927-6648. 877-927-6648. Folks, don't forget about the free ounce of silver coin that you can win at TFNN.com, TFNN and Great Panther Silver. Every business day is going to be giving away one silver coin, 1 ounce silver coin. You can register to win your chance at TFNN.com, so don't forget to check that out. And let's take a look at the market today. We've got at the close here, I'll go ahead and refresh my chart for the NASDAQ composite. 2 straight days of gains for the major averages. Good to see. The market is still, foundation's still a little bit unsettled here, but certainly pretty decent action in the market yesterday. Decent action today as well. The NASDAQ composite looks like it is up 21.7% to 2875. Still underneath its 50-day moving average here. You can see the composite tried to, get back above that 50-day line. We got this, sort of lukewarm buy signal from the NASDAQ. It was not last Friday, but the Friday before. You had a decent percentage gain and higher volume. That was a sign you could start kind of nibbling at stocks. The problem was 3 or 4 days after that buy signal, this was this past Thursday, you got a really nasty decline in the NASDAQ composite. You can see this big down day here. Volume picked up from the prior session. Russell rebalancing on Friday. You had a nice heavy volume pop for the NASDAQ, and then more selling on Monday. So we've got 2 straight days of gains here. NASDAQ volume looks like it's going to come in a little bit higher than what we saw yesterday. NASDAQ volume was, where was the volume yesterday? It was almost 1.6 billion shares we saw yesterday on the NASDAQ composite. Come in pretty close to that today, maybe just a little bit higher. NASDAQ volume very close to that 708 million level we saw yesterday. So 2 straight days of gains for the market. That's the NASDAQ composite. Let's take a look at the S&P 500 here, and we'll see the S&P 500 also finished up near its session high. Actually outperformed the NASDAQ today, up almost 12 points, 0.9% to 1331. S&P 500 still below its 50-day moving average as well. And let's take a look at the Dow. And the Dow was up 92.7% to 12,627. So where are we at? We're 2 days into a rally attempt here. My friends over at Investors Business Daily, they knocked their market outlook to the lowest level possible. They think the market is back in a downtrend here. At this point, we're just going to look for more signs of strength in the major averages, more signs that new money is coming in from the sidelines. It's a difficult time of year. I've been mentioning this on my show. The summertime, you tend not to see a lot of volume. I mean, volume has been light in the market for a long time now, but particularly during the summertime months, a lot of your institutional investors are on vacation. So not out of the question, though, that we can't rally here. I don't think anybody would be surprised to see it. You can't get too bearish here. It's hard to get bullish, kind of in no man's land here. But if we should see another big percentage gain and higher volume over the next few days, we could see a near-term rally here for the market. So we'll see how that shapes up. In the growth stock universe that I cover, I'm really not seeing much in the way of breakdowns. So that's a good thing. And I'm seeing stocks out there with decent charts, with bullish charts that have the potential to lead. Are they going to get enough juice in coming days, to lead this market higher? That's the question. We've got the 2-day EU summit that starts tomorrow on Thursday. Earlier today, German Chancellor Angela Merkel told Germany's parliament that there is no quick fix for the Eurozone's debt crisis and that the introduction of Eurobonds would be, quote, economically wrong. So Angela Merkel singing the same tune there. Not too many people thinking that, meaningful progress is going to be made. I think that the perception and the reality, for that matter, is that the situation in Europe is going to be a long, tough slog, and not going to be any quick fixes to the financial problems experienced by Germany, Spain, Italy, and elsewhere. All right, let's go to take our first call of the day. Going to go to Orlando, Florida, to John, who wants to talk Fusion IO, FIO. How you doing today, John?
Hey, good afternoon, Ken. How you doing? I'm
doing great, thank you.
Before I ask about my stock, I want your opinion on the quantitative easing. Is that going to hurt for the future? I mean, if they keep holding up this market?
Well, John, I would say with we had the Fed meeting just recently. The Fed is almost out of bullets. I mean, what they're doing is they're buying short-term securities, and then they're selling short-terms and then buying at the long end. By the end of this year, they're not going to really have any more short-term securities to buy. So they're going to have to come up with a new idea as to how to stimulate the economy. So my general take is, there's the political debate about whether another round of quantitative easing is necessary. If the market gets win that the Fed is going to do it, or if the Fed announce something, it's going to weaken the dollar and it's going to help the stock market. So if it brings new money in from the sidelines and stocks go higher, listen, I'm in the market to make money, and I want to see a new uptrend just as much as the next guy. But the Fed is in kind of a pickle. They really can't keep going with this quantitative easing. By the end of the year, they're just not going to have any more short-term securities to sell.
Yeah, that's why I agree with you. At a point, they're going to have their back to the wall where they can't do anything.
Yeah, they're going to have to get even more creative than what they've been up to this point.
Right. If you could take a look at Fusion for me.
Right, Fusion IO, storage memory platform, a stock that's been hit pretty hard, trying to rally back here. Do you own it? Do you want to?
No,
you want to?
I'm looking to buy it. I don't know if this is a good price here.
Well, so the way I look at Fusion IO right now, I mean, really the 50-day moving average at 2176 is a formidable resistance level here. So I would not be interested in owning Fusion IO unless it can get over 2176. I would even say it's June 21st high of 22. If it can prove itself and get above the 22 price level, I think you could probably nibble at shares. But this is still a stock that, in my methodology, John, I like to look at stocks that are showing better relative price strength than what Fusion IO has shown in recent months. That said, if you want to trade, I would wait for it to get over $22, and I'd look for heavy volume when it does that.
Okay, so that 50-day moving average is the main point there.
Yeah, I mean it could be a resistance level right now. When a stock takes out the 50-day moving average, and Fusion IO did that a long time ago, the 50-day line can often turn into a resistance level or a ceiling, and it's almost uncanny how that line can be a resistance level. Wait for Fusion to get over 22, and then it would get interesting.
Very good.
All right.
Thank you.
John, thanks very much for the phone call. All right, folks, heading into the first break, we've got a busy lineup of calls here. Michael in Clearwater, and also Bob in Largo. We'll get to those phone calls when we come back. Headed into the first break, you're listening to the Tom O'Brien Show. We'll be right back.